everyone. So we have another big block. I want to say tutorial, but it's really not a tutorial. It's really a discussion. So when I had done this sample, I tried to do one of my own in my own stash to kind of work out any kinks that may be possible, maybe a faster way I could do it and they would still be within the 3-yard guidelines. So this is what I've done. So we're going to have a frank discussion. All right, so we're going to go to page, hold on, let me find the page. We're going to go to page 16. It's called Perspectives. So on page 16, it tells you what to do, what to cut, do all that. When I first looked at this, I thought, wow, instead of making all these HSTs, let me just do some quick stitch and flips. I tried that. By doing that, I ran out of fabric. So that is why in the book, if you have 3 1-yard cuts, you definitely want to follow along with this and do your half square triangles. Now, if fabric is not a situation, we have more than a yard of these fabrics, then guess what? We can flip and stitch. We can use fabric that is so big that it's almost like panel fabric. And when I say that because I'm going to show you what I am talking about. So, the fabric, where is the fabric? I do this all the time to you all, and it probably drives you all nuts, right? Probably drives you all nuts, and I'm so sorry. Should have been a little bit more prepared. But here's the fabric. Here's the fabric. This was gifted to me. I loved this fabric. I thought maybe I'd use this fabric as a backing. But then I came across making this sample. And I said, I know what fabric to use. This is the perfect fabric. This is Tidings of Great Joy by J. Wecker. Frisch for Quilting Treasures. I love it. So I decided I was going to go with that. So when I constructed this, because I had plenty of fabric, I did do the flip and stitch method. And I just figured it out just by the sizing, okay? Unfortunately, I can't give it to you because it's not my pattern. But I'm giving you some tips and tricks of this. So we're going to lay this out. That's the first block. The next block is this right here. And this is constructed flip and stitch method. So we're going to put that here. Now let's discuss. I am going to go ahead and put this across. So we have 4 across for doing the regular one. And what I did is I really 100% fussy cut what is going on here, okay? I fussy cut this fabric to get it. There's many repeats of this, right? Basically, I only have 2 things, coarse feed and this Philo Pep. So look at how beautiful this thing, it makes beautiful right here. Just makes this beautiful secondary design. I love this pattern. I had so much fun making it. I'm not gonna lie, I did. I had so much fun making it. And we are gonna go with right here. So as you can see, I am basically just coming in here. It's 2 blocks, and 2 blocks makes this amazing looking quilt. And you see, you can use something that is so big in here to really, really show this off, showcase this. So I am going to put this here. And, oh, I'm going to put this Philo Pep over here. I'm going to do a diagonal line. So basically, I just did a diagonal line of feed and this. I could probably mix it up. I don't know. Kind of like that there. I mean, I could what would it look if I did it like this? I would still get a diagonal line. I just get the diagonal line the other way. So we're just leave it like this. Okay, let's have our frank discussion. So what I did to do this flip and stitch method is instead of step 1, 2, and 3, I actually did a strip unit. So I use the same measurements for the strips, and instead of sewing them separately with a half square triangle here and a half square triangle here, I just went ahead and made a ton of strips. Yep, strip sets. That's it. And then I put my little corner piece, which is that, and then I just did that. Then by doing that, this quilt went super fast. Again, you need more than a yard, okay? A scooch little more, not like a tremendous more, but a scooch more, all right, to do it this method, because we have the waist from the flip and stitch. That's the whole deal. So with that said, if you have a little over a yard of this, and a little over a yard of this, and because I fussy cut a little bit more than a yard of this, we can simplify this pattern with a strip set, some, here we go, I have them right here, some squares for flip and stitches. See, they go right here. They would just, the flip and stitch would come right here. You would stitch that on, and then that's how you would get your block, okay? I'm not gonna demo it, but that's what it is. And that, look at this, it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. So here is my inner border. That would be coming in here. And this here would be my outer border. And then, you know, I don't know what I want to put out here, because being that this fabric, I don't know if I want to cut this up to be the outer border. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. And I may just leave it with those two borders. You know, unfortunately, I could have put a thicker border of this, but I didn't have a whole lot of fabric. Yes, I had a little bit over a yard, but not enough to make this a big, nice, fat, chunky border, being that I used something like this for the inside. So I hope this gives you some inspiration and gives you a different perspective on how to assemble this quilt. I just think it's so funny that it says perspectives, because I had a different perspective on how to put this together. But just know you need a little bit more than a yard of fabric. So here you go. You know what this is also good for? Panel pieces. Like, we could just put panel pieces in there. Couple of strips and we're all good to go. I mean, this could be like, oh, I kind of now want to make this all scrappy, because think about it. I had just like red colorways. These can all be different red fabrics. These can all be different black fabrics. And you know what? We can bump this up, because this could be a panel piece, or maybe we can throw in some crumbs. I mean, the perspectives here are endless. So I hope you check out this book, right? Fran is not paying me to do this. Yes, I do make samples for that, but she doesn't know I'm doing this. I got to tell you though, I really loved doing a lot of these, especially because I have all these big prints and panels. I had no idea when I was sewing this that this is what we were doing. And I gotta tell you, I'm enjoying it. So you will have seen that I will have made Blissful using a panel piece. I have used Grace using a panel piece. Now you've seen Perspective using a very, very large print of fabric like this, and an easier just strip method of putting this together. And you know what? I am working on Reliance. I have not put a video out there. That video may take a little bit. And yes, I had a different perspective on how to put that together. But again, love the designs, love the way you can have different perspectives on putting quilts together. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was more of a chat, little bit like a tutorial, but more like a chat. Let me know what your perspective is on this quilt. And let me know if you like it, if you don't like it, what you would do a little different, maybe a border idea. You let me know in the comments, and I will see you soon. So if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Take care. Bye.